Hello everyone, this is Shiv Prem, legal intern at Lexis and Company, and currently pursuing BLLB honors from Central University of South Bihar. And in the today's session, I will be discussing about the parliamentary control over the delegated legislation. This video will also be divided into two parts. In the first part, I will be going through the delegated legislation and some principles of parliamentary control over the delegated legislations. And in the second part, I will be covering the types of parliamentary control. So now let us start our first session with delegated legislation. It is the most debated issue in the domains of legal theory as it has various implications. The administrative rulemaking or simply delegated legislation has assumed great importance due to the growth of administrative law and its processes. Scholars do disagree regarding the concept of delegated legislation and have taken different stands on the issue. But by the debate or dissent cannot deny the importance of delegation of power to legislate because the bulk of the laws which govern the people are actually from the chambers of the administrators. The growing importance of delegated legislation is getting widespread practical implications. The delegation means the act of entrusting another with authority or empowering another to act as an agent or representative. It simply depicts the delegation of powers passed by the higher authority to the lower authority to make laws. Solomon defines delegated legislations as which proceeds from any authority other than the sovereign power and is therefore dependent for its continued existence and validity on some superior or supreme authority. The principle of delegated legislation is that the legislature must lay down the guidelines, the principle of the policy for the authority to whom power to make subordinate legislation is entrusted. There are different types of delegated legislations. The need of this doctrine is immense in the modern administration because of complexities and arcs that arise out of it. One may go on multiplying the factors responsible for the growth of administrative rule making, yet the list is not exhaustive. Now let us see about the parliamentary control of delegated legislation. Every delegate is a subject to the authority and control of the principal, and the exercise of delegated power can always be directed, corrected or cancelled by the principal. The basic necessity for such control is to keep watch over the rule making and check on irregularities that may arise during the exercise of delegated legislation by the executive. Hence, parliamentary control over delegated legislation should be a living continuity as a constitutional necessity. The fact is that due to broad delegation of legislative powers, and the generalized standard of control also being broad, judicial control has shrunk, raising the desirability and necessity of the parliamentary control. In the parliamentary democracy, it is the function of the legislature to legislate. Delegating the rule-making power is the right of the legislature as much as it is the obligation for the principal to see how the agent carries out the such entrusted duties. Also, the executive misadventure is checked by the sovereign authority. In the US, the control of the Congress over delegated legislation is highly limited because neither is a technique of flying extensively used nor is there any congressional committee to summarize it. And in England, due to the concept of parliamentary sovereignty, the control exercised by the parliament over the administration, rulemaking is very broad and effective. Parliamentary control mechanism operates through laying techniques because under the provision of the Statutory Instruments Act 1946, all administrative rulemaking is subject to the control of the Parliament through the Select Committee on Statutory Instruments. In India, parliamentary control of delegated legislation is implied as as a constitutional function, because the executive is responsible to the parliament. That's all for now. In the coming video, we will be discussing for the types of parliamentary control, which is of basically 4 types: direct general control, direct special control, laying on table, and indirect control. That's all for now. Let us see in the next video. Thank you. Please do like and subscribe the channel. Thank you.